cool.
Flying in the biplane class, flying in the Formula One class, and the T6 class. A great history in aerobatics. Watch the profile of the aircraft. And his day job is flying a state-of-the-art government Gulfstream corporate jet, the G650, for a prominent Southern California company. He lives in Camarillo, California. Now, I mentioned to you that the airplane to your right was the pride of the Russians. It was flown by a lot of Eastern Bloc countries, and it was the second generation fighter. The first one in Korea was the swept wing MiG-15. Now, when they improved this airplane, they did several things. See that wing?
And she goes.
Degrees, and we go, yeah, sure, it does. I'll have a stop. 45-degree angle, but it comes forward out at the wingtip. See that little indentation out at the wingtip? The other thing they did. Now, as Casey rolls out, let's give him a big round of applause. We'll take you back. We'll take you back in time. To World War. Coming in, B-38. They call it the jug because if you slip the airplane up on its nose, it looked like an old-fashioned milk bottle. But boy, did that airplane take a beat. Like you just saw under the overflush as Jason lights up the sky, and the afterburner. Now the afterburner enhances speed and acceleration by just pumping raw fuel into the tailpipe of the jet engine. You're going to consume a lot of fuel, but you'll also get a big boost in speed. Rolling to your left now, Casey comes back in for a photo opportunity. You'll lay it up on the wing again. Look at those three fences. And the red star on the tail, used by a lot of Eastern Bloc They consider themselves temporary. Everything that the commemorative Air Force smoking it very much right at the top of the World War II.
Do something like that.
Up in Seattle, who suggested that the Boeing B-52 have swept wings. Not everybody was receptive to the swept wing concept.
Go
But
down
he also
to
called
another
North
spot where the
American
planes aren't right in
Aviation
front of
and
us.
NASA and said, if we don't sweep the wings on our new jets, we're going to be behind the speed curve. And they wisely took his suggestion. Okay, over your right shoulder. Side to south, over the top. All the way in from Hawaii. Great photo opportunity with smoke out. Smoke on the system on the Sanders family. How they didn't flip the wings. Here's the target control. Now the B-38 escorted the bombers deep into enemy territory. That's the twin engine airplane. Typical of the one spaced here. That one was spaced here. That's the 23 Skidoo B-38. B-38 in front of them like the other aircraft did to keep them warm. Even a young pilot was freezing, and if you didn't have gloves, you were in real trouble. And even a young guy, a pilot at age 21, had to be helped out of the cockpit because he was frozen to death on his high altitude mission. Here comes another North American pilot. It's an members volunteered. 16 heavily laden the USS Hornet on that historic day, April 18, 1942, 80 years ago. Buildings started by radio position boat made around hundreds of miles farther out to sea than they had planned. The rain on the Andes Hornet resulted in little damage. However, the anchor with over 500 gallons of fuel and poured a rain of and moved it further out to sea. That proved devastating to the enemy, a tremendous advantage to the Pacific Fleet, and marked the beginning of the end of the war in the Pacific. Jimmy Miller thought the raid was a failure. He thought he would be court-martialed. Was promoted 2 steps to brigadier general. Now, fast forward to April 2015. Washington, D.C. The 80 Raiders received the Congressional Gold Medal. Mustangs, listen to the music from Erwin. Raider Dick Cole, one of the last to live of the original Raiders, were presented to the National Museum of the Air Force. That's the type of aircraft they have. These are the aircraft that they built and flew. We're not a factory. The aircraft is flown by a lot of famous people. Like Charles Lindbergh, who flew it as a civilian, look over your left shoulder. B-25, twin engine, Mitchell bomber. Approximately 39 of those were built. The Yellow Nose Jet, B-47, flown to fame by we had when any B-17 or B-24 would be shot down, 10 young men from across America would never see home again. But then the long-range fighters, the P-47, the P-38, with fuel tanks, just little fuel tanks, would escort those bombers in and chase away any of the enemy's fighters. A very rare in-flight enjoyment of the P-38, a very heavy aircraft, but very effective as well. Yippee, meaning joy. Y-I-P-P-I, meaning joy with exclamation points. This is what our people did. They built 5,000 of these aircraft. They were destined to build 5,000 more. And it was just a tour that they flew with the aircraft. It made the newspapers. It made the aviation events. And it showed that we were all together in World War II. Men and women on the ground. Rosie the Riveter. Females going to the workforce for the first time in their lives. You can draw up any movie you want. There's a good movie about B-25 coming in on short approach. It's called 30 Seconds
Here we go,
Over
here we go,
Tokyo.
right here. Watch him land. Let's go ahead.
Starred Spencer Tracy as Jimmy Doolittle. Dan Johnson was in that movie, a very young Robert Mitchum. And it's a pretty authentic movie about the actual raid on Tokyo by the Doolittle Raiders. It had some Hollywood clips in it, also had some authentic departures from the USS Hornet.
So they're coming in, and then they'll switch out.
Another one was trucked into Guyana, Mexico, where they shot that film, and used as a wreckage airplane as they buried it in the dirt, simulating a crash landing like Hollywood can do. Very rare P-38 Lightning, one of only 10 that are flying in the world, out of the almost 10,000 that were built. Burbank, Tony LeVere, the famed test pilot on that, they raced those aircraft to success after World War II at places like that Cleveland National Air Race. A funny
Here.
Where did you guys get those
It's a
pencils?
good one to draw over there.
Oh, that one on the end?
Yeah. Look at, they're just buzzing us.
Alright, take you back in time again. Over your left shoulder, the B-38 Lightning. From the fertile mind of Kelly Johnson. Clarence Kelly Johnson of the Lockheed Skunk Works. Twin tail twin engine, counter rotating Allison engines with a muffler system. Now look over your left shoulder. The B-25, and follow this airplane over your left shoulder as I take you back in time.
That's raining now. Yeah, last Friday.
You're doing great, son.
Last Friday, we experienced a monsoon rain.
You see how like ominous that is? Like just through the clouds.
Came out of the sky. Ready to attack. Dropped a lot of bombs.
And they are pulled like you're riding lawnmower. Through fins on the cylinders and air moving through the front of the cowling, taking the heated air and moving it out.
You're just the right height to work. Oh, it's Christian. Is that all right? Dude, oh, so sorry.
Just the right height.
Awesome. Thank you.
I'll continue to remind you that we're going to be entertaining you with a wide variety of activity right up till about 4:15 this take a beating. Also kept the prop diameter off of the ground. Prop tips. He flew Mustangs and he flew the Jug. That big aircraft, the Republic aircraft. B-47 was responsible for destroying thousands of locomotives, ground gun emplacements. Not only was it a ground attack aircraft, but also it excelled in air-to-air dogfighting as well. It was such a tough and reliable aircraft. If a pilot had his engine shot, it had the choice of either bail out or ride to the ground. The Jug, as as they call it, the P-47 Thunderbolt, had a way of protecting its crew. They would do a belly landing, head for a tree, and allow the wings to shear off at the tree line, thereby saving the pilot's life and having a few ducks and roses That's a very aircraft. That's a very rare aircraft indeed. Also built to the tune of over 15,000. They nicknamed this the General Motors Torpedo Truck. It's a big gangly aircraft with a tail hook and a torpedo bay under the wings. Now there's a story behind that aircraft.
Look at the size of it. It just is like, it looks like it's flying so slow. Can you imagine? You're just living your life in some other country, and then it's just like boom, boom, boom. He's just dropping bombs. It's not funny. Look at that. That's cool. It's like right there. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it.
Aircraft, along with some of the Grumman fighters, allow us to get the edge in the Pacific on the enemy's top fighter aircraft. So over your left shoulder, over the Radisson Hotel, you can listen to the bark of a radial engine, and you can see that angle in the wing coming out from the fuselage. The enemy called this the bent wing bird, because of the dive speed.
Go over there, sweetie.
What's that? Come here, Jetty.
Like a little turbo. Go over there by the jet. Over there. Christian. And take danger.
Post close to the hotel. They are monitoring. Kyle Fowler flies for us. Our fire chief Tony just told me there's a 17-year-old special needs youngster, male, and he is being held by the
Demonstrating the use of speed to surprise an enemy.
Christian, film it. Yeah. Oh, get it on
You may
video.
notice white vapor coming off the jet, indicating that it is close to breaking the.
Oh yeah, they're about to fly jets right now.
The Rhino's engines produce over 44,000. The Rhino pitch rate demo. Reduce the power to idle and hold level attitude. The inverted whisper. The ability for the Rhino to turn in a very tight space gives it a tremendous tactical advantage. Ladies and gentlemen, from the left, the min radius turn. From the right, here comes the Rhino.
he's got the tail. Christian, watch this. He's doing the show. I'm way up above everyone. Well, except for you. You can hear the pilot, yeah. It just sounds like jarble. Planes can fly so slow. It's like, how do you crash that? You guys really got toys? Where are those? Yeah, I saw the machine gun. It looked like, oh, really? For $4? Done. All right. Well, we're going. I like it. The other one's metal, though, huh? Like cast iron. I like that. I'm gonna need one of those. Is anyone else here?
Who else? I saw Brian Whaley here. Come on, man. You gotta win it for the family.
Yeah, there's more. I talked to Sergio. He said he'd just watch it from the park, which is like a legit thing.
Literally, like, stand outside.
So, is the airport closed? Monday, huh? Wow. So they could do that. What's that mean? Or
And a signature takeoff. Straight upstairs like a rocket ship, and then showing you the billboard, which is Red Bull, and Red Bull gives you wings. Kirby Chambliss of the Red Bull Air Force is taking center stage off the side of the ring in the air. His Aaron Fitzgerald call sign fits in that wild, very rare helicopter. Now they're forming up. If you look at them off to your right, over the top of the control tower, see they're forming up. We're going to have a little bit of fun with helicopter that gives you, Red Bull helicopter give you rotors, and Kirby Chambliss with his Edge 540 gives you wings. All right, now watch Kirby to your right. He's actually flying rings around Fitz. And please don't tell Fitz I said that. Barrel rolling around the helicopter. And that's a bit of precise adventure. As as they both to the vertical, matching speed. Kirby going up and around the sun. Aaron Fitzgerald looping underneath the sun. Now, Aaron's helicopter is a very rare and specially built Eurocopter. It's called the MBB 105. The reason it can do these aerobatic maneuvers, it is only one of 3 in the world who are qualified to roll the helicopter like this. It's because they have a titanium rotor hub and also very short blades that don't bend. There are only 3 individuals in the world that are flying aerobatic maneuvers in aircraft and helicopters like this. Fitz coming in with a helicopter will barrel roll, he will split S, he'll loop the helicopter, and you and I don't see that very often done deliberately.
Never seen that done in real life. That's crazy.
Aaron Fitzgerald has flown for the James Bond movies. Flown for over 100 movies, televisions, and commercial endeavors. Has worked for the U.S. Forest Service as a helicopter pilot. Served as the U.S. Army paratrooper in the Airborne Division. Started flying news helicopters in Los Angeles. Flying offshore support, flying in mountainous terrain, flying for rescue missions as well. Also flown as a flight test program for NASA. Introduced helicopter aerobatics, something we didn't see earlier on back in 2017 when Fitz in the helicopter joined the Red Bull team that same year. So again, use your imagination. You're up in the helicopter, hoping just to go from A to B, and pretty soon the sky is below you, the ground is above you, but it is all changing very rapidly. It's a lot to think about, whether you're a rider or whether you're Fitz. Look at him go end over end. Split-S-ing out of that maneuver. I have had the joy of watching this and announcing this act for a long time, and it's still amazing to me what the Red Bull team can do under ideal conditions with their parachutes, because Red Bull gives you parachutes as well with the helicopter and with Kirby Chambliss's Edge 540. Red Bull gives you wings, rotors, and parachutes. For a photo opportunity with the red smoke canisters on the railings or the skid, marking out a path in the sky. And a bow. If you're a performer in a helicopter, a Red Bull helicopter, got to be able to take a bow, and that's Fitz. All right, without hesitation, look at the blue spot high and to the right, coming down at 300 miles per hour plus is Kirby Chambliss, another living legend in the Red Bull. Oh, what a record this guy has. He was born to fly. interested in flying as a baby. Began flying officially at age 13, as he does everything in the airplane you could possibly imagine. What he's fighting now is disorientation. It's a matter of mixing the colors of the white of the sky and the green of the ground. Pretty soon it becomes a blend of nothing but a combination of those colors. The disorientation is something that Kirby has to fight the entire flight. Now, that pull-up right there, that hurts. It's got pain involved. Now watch. Straight up, across the top, in a negative G or outside loop, quarter turn. When he does these abrupt pull-ups, he's experienced gravity forces that quadruple 5 times his weight, 6 times his weight, 7 and 8 times his weight. It hurts. There's pain in these flights, and there's a tremendous amount of physical energy that expended. It's like running a triathlon. Oh, they say Kirby's sitting down. It's not that bad. Don't kill yourself. Your mind is racing, trying to stay 2 maneuvers ahead of where you're at. How's my altitude? How's the speed? How's the positioning? And then slamming your body down. Then stopping the airplane, pushing in on the clutch, shifting into reverse, rolling the aircraft, spinning the aircraft backwards, looking at the altimeter, and then recovering at the predetermined altitude. Give the Sky Champion Kirby Chambliss a big round of applause, if you will. He is not finished yet. Oh, this guy loves to fly. He lives the dream. He has a private home, a hangar, and an airstrip between Phoenix and Tucson. He flies just about every day. When he's not flying for the airline, he doesn't have to drive to the airport. He just walks from the house through a hall to the hangar, opens up the door, pushes out his airplane, and go out to rehearse or just enjoy flight. Flying Crown Ranch, and if you're of a certain age, you might remember the TV series Sky King, starring Hollywood leading man Kirby Grant. Arizona rancher that fought crime from the air, accompanied by his nephew Clipper and his niece Penny. Originally using a Cessna UC-78, and then later in the series changing to a Cessna 310 called the Songbird. You still find those episodes in black and white on television, and that was inspiring to this man Kirby Chambliss. That's why he calls his private strip the Flying Crown Ranch. Watch as he forces the airplane to do what it doesn't want to do. Hanging by the propeller, twisting, going backwards. Now he can't see behind him. He's got to rely on judgment. At age 24, this man, Kirby Chambliss, became the youngest pilot to ever be hired by Southwest Airlines. It was just 4 years later, he checked out as captain, and he was, that time, was the youngest captain at Southwest Airlines. Pilots out there who are curious, he's based in Phoenix, and his seniority number at that domicile, of course, is seniority number 1. He's still got some years to fly for the airline, and he is combining the two. 2-time winner of the International Red Bull World Class of Racing. Watch this now. Kirby coming in for a landing. Well, if you were here earlier, I think not. This guy just cannot land normally. This is how he lands, like this. In a big pull-up, we call it the Kirby Cobra, just like a Cobra steak striking out in the sky. Not only was he a 2-time Red Bull champion, representing, by the way, the United States of America as the Red Bull Company, sought out the best competition aerobatic pilots in the world from countries around the world and put them against the clock. And able to go through a slalom course in knife-edge flight between two inflatable pylons, then a hard pull to the right, then a pull to the left, then rolling between two others, then getting through that series of maneuvers, and then going up to do some mandatory aerobatic maneuvers. All the while, the second hand on the timer's clock is ticking. You not only have to do that, you have to do it faster and more precise with more infractions than your competitor. And you talk about having your hands and your minds full to be able to win that once, nothing short of a miracle. This man got it twice. But he had chops even before then. Each year, as I told the crowd earlier today, we have the National Aerobatic Contest. In fact, it took place and finished up just several days ago when our buddy Rob Holland became the 11th consecutive National Aerobatic Champion. But Kirby was in that arena as well. He got his first victory. He followed by a second consecutive victory. He got third and tied the previous record by Gene Soucy and others. Then his fourth consecutive title. Then his fifth consecutive title, and the odds against that are astronomical. Because in the U.S., we have some competition pilots. But this guy 5 times was the U.S. National Aerobatic Champion. And he has still got the gift, he has still got the intensity, he has still got the drive. As you can see by the way he flies, he has not ratcheted back at all. He's at full bore all the time. If that wasn't enough, he is a heck of a nice guy. His wife is a pilot. She flies skydivers at a skydive center not far from their house. His daughter is getting into parachuting.
That was awesome.